Hello world, coming at you from the comfort of a reclining chair. It's good. Anywho, what I saw today, I was on Facebook and somebody, I forget which news crew or something, but they brought on their speaking guest. It was a black lady, and they said her hair looked like an alpaca. Of course, in the comment section, you could read various comments and what have you. I added my 2 cents into basically that's wrong. Don't do that. I had more detail at the time, but whatever I had stated added to some fire. And if someone told me I should grow up and act my age, there's nothing to do with me. I will let the world in on a secret. Not the big secret though. I myself have been passed up for jobs that I was told by the bosses you'd be a perfect match for this, good fit, but your hair is too ethnic. I didn't have a haircut at the time. It wasn't long, it was freshly done and everything, maybe this much overhang, straight back, thin braided, it was nice. It was good. But they're too ethnic. If you may have an afro, they also will have an issue with that, with an afro. And I had to then explain we are being penalized, which people already know this, which still baffles me. But for those who do not know, who've never had to deal with a different grain of hair that doesn't just lay down or comb straight down, being penalized, looked over, or judged simply for the way your hair naturally grows out of your scalp. If you are black, you've had to deal with that. Literally. So people don't think it's a big deal. They think it's just funny. But you may have heard the term phrases, and I'm sure you have if you're an adult, be it in movies that reference slavery time or just now. You nappy headed, dot, dot, dot. Why lead and start with the nappy headed? That's your hair, of course. The way our hair grows out of our scalp naturally has been ridiculed for centuries, made to make us try to feel or attempt to make us feel uglier. That's why for so long people try to get their hair straightened. Now we're into the natural look again, which is cool. I like natural. No, natural or straight. It's your hair. You do your thing. It doesn't bother me one iota. But for those who do not know, this is an issue. When you're walking down the street, at one point, my hair, because mixed breed, my hair was, longer and had big curls and stuff. It was not uncommon for me when I was younger, before I got some size on me, to have strangers walk up and just touch my head. I'm not a dog or a cat. Don't pet me. Don't pet people. Just don't. You want to know what it feels like? Go to a wig store and start touching it with human hair. There you go. Have fun. Touch that all day long. But yeah, it's dehumanizing. We are people, believe it or not. So that is my issue with the whole situation. Don't treat us like an odyssey. We're human beings. It might not seem like a big deal. It's just hair. It is a big deal. It's part of our culture. It's what we have to deal with in this country. And you go to another spot, where everybody's, black or something. Not a big deal there. Why? We got our own hair to touch. Oh, it feels whatever. We already know. We just have jokes about it. Especially if you was born back in the day, you saw those women with the little burnt mark on their ear. You already know what happened with that hot comb. You already know. We've been there. Or if your mom had the cake cutter comb when the thing was like that long and it's metal and sticks it in your afro back in the early 80s, start yanking and your hair just getting yanked back and you crying. Yeah, been there. And I do not miss it. That stuff hurt. Oh my God. You just tender headed. No, I'm not. This hurts. Same thing with braids, whole kit and caboodle. Anywho, but stop acting like it's not a big deal. Don't pet us. Just let it be. You can look at it, admire it, and wonder all you want. But stop. Don't just walk up to people and start touching their head. Especially nowadays, people is crazy. But yeah, but I would love to hear your thoughts on this. If you disagree, if you just think, it's just hair. These could be just hair or just whatever if it's not made into an issue. From the young man who was on a wrestling team, had to the referee. You can't compete until you cut your hair. He wasn't the only one there with a lot of hair though, but only he's the one made to cut it. Or the young lady in the elementary school teacher came by and cut one of her pigtails. Come on now. So we don't have to make it a big deal if y'all don't. If you just look at it, accept it, and move on, no problem. But until then, like, subscribe, share, get other people involved with the conversation. I would like to know your thoughts on this if you feel I'm wrong. But until then, one love, gone.